All right, everybody, welcome back to LC Chess. This is game number 276. I am playing 1,000 games of chess, attempting to improve and stay consistent along the way. I post one game every single day. If that's something you would like to see, feel free to follow along. Rated 1390 after a win yesterday. A nice win. Not honestly, not the nicest win. We won a queen early on, but my opponent gave some serious counterplay, and I actually struggled, and I only won on time. Hopefully, I would have found a way to win if time wasn't a factor, but like win with the material advantage that I had. I think I had a queen and a rook. My king was completely wide open. Their king was safe. That was the issue, and they kept giving checks. They kept finding checks. I just couldn't find a winning maneuver, but managed to win on time. That was really nice. So we're back to 1390, and recently I just not discovered, but last night I started playing Blitz really for the first time. I've never played Blitz seriously. I guess quote unquote seriously because just playing chess for fun. But last night I sat down and played probably like 15 games and just had an absolute blast. I played a little bit this morning too. I was just so I don't know. I love it so much. I'm playing these 3 minute, 3+0 blitz games, and I'm playing super duper fast. I think it's the fact that my elo is very low, so I'm beating a lot of players and I'm working my way up. Because I've never played blitz before. They I think they started me out at like 850, but I know that your blitz rating is also a magnitude lower than what your rapid rating is. So I'm thinking maybe blitz. I'm probably around like 1,000, maybe 1,100. Right now I'm pushing. I think I'm like 970, 980. So I'm going to get to that point where I start playing players that are around my level. But super fun so far. I'm having a great time. But yeah, that's a little bit what's going on with me. Let's get into this one today. What do we say? 275. All right. Now I need to slow down and prepare myself for rapid. Let's play our Caro Con. Hopefully playing some blitz will help me with my time control here with these rapid games. I've been spending a decent amount of time in these games, or I've been losing the time battle on a lot of these games, down 2-3 minutes late on in the game, and those are important factors in winning or losing. This is an undefended pawn, but it's kind of scary to take. Now it's really undefended. If I take with the queen, I can threaten b2. Can also give a check. Check doesn't really do much, but b2 is an actual threat here. And my opponent castles. Okay. Wow. Here, knight out. And then I back up. And I think I'm okay. The only thing is I'm going to be down development big time. Here, knight. Can't go here. Can't defend this pawn. Maybe I don't take... maybe I don't take... Let's continue our development. I'm a little weary about that, taking that pawn. I'm going to lose my central pawn if I do that because this bishop attacks it, and I need to remain defending it. Let's push and give my queen a square to leave. Actually, this doesn't actually attack the bishop because of the pin to the king. I might develop my bishop depending on what my opponent does. My opponent might reflexively move their bishop just because it appears to be attacked. Yeah, okay, they don't. So let's get rid of the pin. Now I can take. Now they need to move the bishop. This is a fork. Can I just go here? I think I can just go here, attack the knight. The fork is no longer available. Unless they bring the bishop. Take. No, they go back. Okay. Oh, so we need to catch up on development, right? We need to catch up on development. I could see them bringing their bishop. If they do, I'll bring my rook, and I will be sacrificing my rook for 2 pieces. Yeah, I can also just kick their knight out. Castle. This is protected still. Maybe look for some more central space. I feel like we have a decent advantage so far. Let's bring a rook. And then let's find out what they want to do with this bishop. Need to maintain. If they take here, I think I can play this. But they can take my bishop with a check. That's the issue. If they take my bishop, I come back with the queen. Or I can just come back anyway. All right. And then I'm not opening up my king. The only thing is, okay. Now they have to move their queen. I think we have a decent advantage here. We're up a pawn. We have a pretty advanced e-pawn. Maybe I'll push my f-pawn, but that seems a little bit scary for me. I also like the idea of getting my rook down here. That would be nice. That would be really, really nice. So let's do that and see what happens. Could bring my knight. I could see them pushing. If they push, I will just push to make this a pass pawn. And I'm thinking knight d4 on the next move, depending on what happens. Push that pawn. All right. I mean, queen. Take, push, takes. I think this wins a queen. Oh, no, back rank. Oh, back rank is the issue, and the bishop protects. No. Oh. So we lose a rook there for absolutely no reason. I also didn't see that the bishop protected, so that didn't work anyway. I just not thinking quickly enough. And I think this might be a forced queen trade. Don't know if I have a way out of it. It's going to be rook for knight. Rook can't come down. My knight's going to be a menace, but I feel like they have quite an advantage here. We have 6 minutes on the clock, so we don't have to do anything crazy. Just a bad calculation for me. Really bad calculation. They might be thinking about sacking the rook here, which I feel like is a huge mistake if they decide to do that. My king is completely cut off. All they have to do is really... This is a fork they can just push. They can give a check. Another check. This pawn also hangs. That check doesn't work. Yeah, okay. Probably just end up sacking the rook for this pawn here and then pushing these three. Ooh, I might be queening here. Ooh, I might be queening here. They can give a check. We'll see. We'll see. Here, and then I have this skewer. I can also push this pawn and prevent promotion. Or we can go for a draw. I wonder what would happen if I went down this way. They give a check, I go here. They give another check, I go here. I wonder what happens there. Push, queen, queen, skewer. And I protect my pawn. They have these two pawns. I have a queen and a... And we have 6 minutes on the clock, so let's really take our time here. That might have been a bad move. Gonna have to run my king pretty heavily. This is a very interesting endgame. It's probably a draw unless one of us makes a huge mistake, which is very, very possible. And my opponent really cannot believe they didn't give a check there. Can't believe they didn't give a check there. And there's the game. Oh, my king is too far. They did exactly what they needed to do. Oh, that's upsetting. I didn't even consider the fact that they could get a queen trade there. Oh, that's nice. That is super nice. Nice game. Need to be a little bit better. Definitely put some counterplay there. Some nice counterplay, but never resign here either, because you never know. You never know if your opponent can actually knows how to checkmate with queen and king. Most people this level do, but like if they push here, that's a stalemate. My king has no legal moves. They have to move the queen back or give me a check somehow. All right, they go there, and then that's checkmate. All right. We lose another frustrating one. Good God, these. I feel like that's an endgame I could have won. I just allowed their king back to their pawn and then allowed them to for a queen trade. That's exactly what you're supposed to do there. I completely messed that up. All we have is a draw here. Best case scenario is a draw. This is tricky. This is. I just can't allow this to come with a check. I can't allow that to come with a check. I need to go back. I need to go back. I don't know why I thought that this was fine for me, but this queen trade is completely lost. My king is way too far away to try and stop these pawns. Stop this pawn from promoting. All right. So pretty fair game. My opponent we had a nice little advantage from the opening, which is, it's becoming a theme, getting an advantage from the opening and then completely throwing it away because of a stupid mistake. So let's go back here. Trading is the best move. Stockfish wants me to get my knight out. I get a little too aggressive here. I also hang a pawn completely, which neither of us saw. It looks like I missed somewhat of a tactic here. Very nice advantage in this position. We have more development. We have more space. My opponent's kind of suffocated here. But we don't take advantage of it. I can push here. They can't take. Their knight will have to go back to B1. These are the kind of tactics that I miss in a piece that's crowded with or in a board that's crowded with a lot of pieces. Finding moves like this to put their knight in a terrible spot. Give me connected pawns that are well advanced, and then I have some nasty ideas moving forward. I've talked about it before, but that killer instinct just isn't inside of me. I don't know, something about putting the foot on the gas in a position like this. You have the advantage. Like it's clear that black has the advantage here. This is a dominant position for black, but I allow some pins. I allow some trades that are better for white. Actually, they just win a pawn here that I miss. But even in that, this position, we have a .7 advantage, and I completely blunder the game here. I don't know why I thought the queen had to take the bishop. That's just a flat out miss. Just a flat out miss. But we do manage the queen here. Yeah, in this position, you got to sack your rook. You sack your rook, you have a 3-on-1 over here. This knight is not getting back in time. Takes, push, push. Yeah, it's game over. I assume my opponent was going to sack the rook here, but they didn't. And we actually... Man, if they just had one less square, or if this pawn wasn't here, this probably would have been a different game. But this position is super duper hard. Stockfish just has it as a straight draw. Even Stockfish doesn't know who's completely winning here. I just need to keep giving checks, right? I was just worried about losing this pawn. But I mean, as long as the queen protects it, or I guess even if you give up the pawn. It's just a draw by repetition. All right, that's why. I probably should have just kept going for that. I knew that there was no way to win for me, really, unless my opponent made a huge mistake, like blundered a skewer or something. For some reason, I thought the best way would be to start taking pawns, but it's not. I just didn't think that I was going to be getting mated here. I didn't think that I could blunder a position where they were able to force a queen trade with a check and their queen is defended. It's so crazy that I allowed all three of those things. I mean, what a move. That's a great move. The only way to win this position for white, you need to find a check. Well, one of the only ways. You need to find a check where you can come back, give another check, force a queen trade, and you're defended. And your king is here. I mean, that's a perfect storm of things. But, that's something that I'm not going to be able to see at 1400. I'm sorry. It's gonna take a while before I see something like that. But yeah, we lose this one. Hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow. We'll see. My opponent played really well after that. I mean, I thought he gave some good counterplay. That's the important thing. The takeaway for this game: calculation. Run your entire calculation before you play a move. That's as simple as that, Liam. As simple as that. There is a bishop here. When you move your piece to a square, what pieces can take it? Is there more than one? Is there more than the one that you're seeing? That is an important takeaway. All right. Well, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for coming out today. Hope you'd enjoy this one. And yeah, have a nice day. All right.